Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, today I got Hastik. She's my learner, and I am training her how to present food and how we make it look good and get our customer satisfaction. Okay, this session will be for 30 minutes. In this session, I'll be teaching her what are the important things of using different plates and the different way of cuttings and different way of presenting food. So first of all, I would like to explain you about the housekeeping, bit of housekeeping. If anything goes wrong, in case of emergency, we have got fire exit out the back. We will use that door to go out and then go to the assembly point. You will follow me, I will take you there and then count there. If everything goes back to normal, we will come back. There is no lift, but in case of emergency, we can't use lift or elevator. So we need to go through the walking door. And toilet are just around that corner. You can use the staff toilet or general public toilet, doesn't matter, because we are in our venue. This is our restaurant where we work here. Today we are doing one-on-one training to develop your career, and I have to complete my assignment. This is part of my assignment, and as I already signed you the form, you are happy to record the video, right? Yes. Okay, thank you for that. And this is not going to be published on anything outside. I'm not using that for any other purpose. This is only for my assignment purpose. It won't go out of my teacher. So this is all is very safe, and we're not going to use it for any other purpose. Okay, let's get back to the business. Now, so presentation. What comes in your mind when we talk about presentation? Make food look good, right? And here we have got, you can scroll down this side, we have got so many different types of plates here, right? So each plate has got different kind of food we're gonna put, and with this logo plate, we use any food we're using. Meat has to be in the logo side, and then this side has to be carbohydrate, potato, mashed potato, baked potato, anything, and then this side has to be salad or vegetable, those sort of things. It's just a concept of the our company policy and procedure. You can show those photos there. What we can see on the photo, we have to make exactly same as the photo. So we can't change anything. Even if we want to make it look good, we can't change because this is the company standard. We have to do so. So today we don't have much time. We don't have too long time because it's just a 30 minute goes like that. So we will start how to plate just a garlic bread. Okay. We have got two different types of baskets. This small basket and the bigger basket. So if it's just a normal garlic bread, we will use just a normal one. We've got one here, and we're not gonna put anything in there, just normal. Okay, I'm not gonna toast it. I will just cut it in an angle, so that way you can use this slider. Again, I can use the half size of this one. Okay. Here. We put it like that. With that, it looks okay, but when they're taking out, it can fall. Like it can come out, right? So I like to give that in a bigger plate. So put in the bigger plate, put in the bigger basket. You have got more room, and then it's very safe now.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fall, and then it looks bigger as well. It's the same garlic bread, but you squeezing in a small thing, looks small, and when you spread that like that, it looks bigger.
Yes.
And looks, if someone is paying like $10 or $15, that's a lot of money to just get that piece of garlic bread. And if they see like just a small thing, and then they'll feel like, oh, what is that? I paid that much money, it doesn't look that much, right? So that way, using right thing. Like before we introduced these, we used to use them in this plate. Why didn't we use these small plates? It's the same thing, exactly the same thing. Because if you're giving in a small plate, it looks small. It's
Yeah.
the same product,
Yeah.
and looks small, and then it's gonna fall, and it's gonna look funny way.
Yeah.
And if we put it in that way, so it looks much better.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same product, but when you plate up, it looks much different. Okay. So other thing as well, we only doing this one, but we have got so many meals there. If you point that camera over there, please. So that way, with the salads, like presenting salads, I will go with the salad as well. You can see here is the chicken Caesar salad, and in my slide here, got something very quickly to show you. And a small video to the presentation. This one explains a little bit here. Look,
In other words, I like to call it an excuse. So here, let me show you. I cooked up 3 dishes for you guys. And all the ingredients are awesome. I did marinade. It didn't turn out to be that expensive, nor did it take me very long. So when I cook dishes for my family and for my friends, I always really embarrassed. I spend so much time to make a delicious dish look like it came from a nice restaurant. But I'm going to show you this. Alright, let's start with the most important aspect, the plates. Here I have a round plate and also use a square plate. And for our first example, let's start with a nice rectangular plate. So here's my plate, which for now is our canvas, and here are all the ingredients, which will be our palette. Now, our first base dish, which I have, is quinoa, and I'm just going to put it on the corner. And this will actually be the base for our salmon. We'll stack the salmon on top to give it a little bit more height. So let's just like this. So let's put our broccoli here. Take 2 pieces. And it's nice to keep the stem on the broccoli, especially when you're using a rectangular plate. It kind of emphasizes the width of the dish. Here I have some beets and carrots that will give us really nice color to the dish. And keep in mind you can cut these in whatever shapes you want. The beets could be long and thin, and the carrots nice and thick. As long as you have some nice color in here. And look, it already looks nice and delicate, like a piece of art. And the end, which is my favorite, is garnish. I'm gonna put a nice piece of cilantro on top of the salmon. And let's use some of this tzatziki sauce to give like a nice little whip accent to the veggies. And look, how simple and nice dish. Keep in mind to wipe off any of the corners and fix the sheets. And there you go. Salmon dish, super easy. Did that in what, under a minute?
okay, I'll just stop there. And okay, you with that video, what do you think? the plate, bigger plate, smaller plate, rectangular plate, round plate. With the plate also, it makes a difference, the look of food. Customer, they eat with their eyes first. When you're taking food to the customer, they look first.
Yeah.
If it looks good, they will be happy. That doesn't matter, they don't know what it tastes like, but they can see from their eyes, oh, that looks good, wow. Okay, so I want to eat. Make them hungry, you know. The presentation makes them hungry, right? So, with the salad, I was talking about the salad. With the salad, I always tell you guys, like, because we are working in the same environment, working in the same place, and it makes it easy for me as well. So that way, you know where you up to. You guys know really good. So I'm not just trying to teach this. You don't know. You know already, but just adding up more things. The height. It's the same amount of salad. If you just push it, chuck it down, make it flat, it doesn't look that good. If you bring it up, like we have got another bowl of rice, putting same amount of salad in this bowl, and that bowl, which one will look better? Definitely this one, right? Definitely this one, because it looks big, and they will think, oh, I'm getting bigger bowl of salad.
Yeah.
And this one looks probably gonna go exactly the same amount, but it looks different, so it won't make happy there, right? So, and the garnish, like even for that garlic bread, when we toast it, it's gonna turn golden brown. We can do that quickly and toast that. We will do that. That's fine. While we're doing that, we have got all the garnish here. What we do is sprinkle the parsley, and then some place they use coriander, some place they use mint. Depends on what food we're serving, and of course it has to be the good smell. And if someone doesn't like parsley, of course we're not going to use it. We need to think about our customers' allergic reaction as well, those sort of things, okay? And with this one, same thing with the cheesy bacon and cheesy bacon we call it, cheese and bacon. So everything has got portion size. We have got book here. In this book, it tells you how much you use and then how long we put it in the salamander pot to toast, and then how we cut it, and then how we present it. It has to be exactly as the pizza. So this one here is 60 gram.
Yeah.
I will go for the next lesson with Savitri. We have got another lesson gonna be about price, menu costing, and how much we use and how much money we use. Ingredients, of course, we have to buy, and then every single gram we pay. If we're using more, we waste it. And then if you put good amount of cheese in there, it's gonna stay there. And then when you toast it, it's not gonna melt and go out. But if you put too much, what will happen? It's gonna melt and go out. It's not going to go to the customer. If you put less, it's gonna burn in one side and not toast in another side, or it's gonna be not gonna look good. Okay. So far, what do you think of presentation? Are you think yes? Of course, presentation is very important in your view. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course. If you go to the restaurant, you're paying dollar, you're paying money, and then you want exactly what you see. Nowadays, social media, everyone posts on social media, you know what they're serving
Yeah.
already. Photo looks one way, and then if you get the meal in a different way, what do you think? Oh, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Right? You tricked me, you show me one thing, and then you're giving me another thing, and it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
And they will tell everyone. If there is a good experience, probably they won't tell many people. If there's a bad experience, they will go and tell with random people, so many people. So that way, maybe our salamander is ready now. We will toast these two pieces. Yeah. And it is hot, you have to be careful, of course. And before I forget to mention that, all we need to do is test and tag those sort of things. We got labeled here because I didn't do this last week and week before because all our equipment went test and tag. So I didn't want us to get in trouble if anything goes wrong and our planning gonna affect. So we're not gonna get what we want. So that's why we didn't do that, right? So, any question about presentation? Anything you want to ask about?
I'm
You good?
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks
Okay.
so much.
How long are we going with the time lapse? 16 minutes. Okay, we have got another nearly 15 minutes. So, I have got some tips here to have a look again. And here, presentation. The top food presentation and planning techniques, okay? Create height on the plate, as I was talking before.
Yeah.
Create height on the plate. Because if it's flat, it's not going to look good. Everything needs to be in a height and proper way. When we put chips on the plate also, it's the same thing. Like if we using this, and then when we plate up, we need to put all the food inside this line. Okay. This one going to be the protein and the meat product, gonna be here, and then another height, another round or square, however we put, gonna be here, and then another one going to be here. We don't want this one touching this one touching this one, or this one touching this one, if possible.
So
That
they have
way,
to portion all the
yeah, that way it looks good, like neat. It's going to be neat, clean, and then it's not messy. But you can do that at the same time. You can chuck it, put it in there. It will look a mess.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of deepness there. So same amount of food, maybe 100 gram of chips, 100 gram of lettuce salad, and another 100 gram of meat here. It will cover this.
Yeah.
But if you put it in the height, the way you want to present, and the way customer gonna look at, if you make it better, it will come up with the gap, and there is more room. Right?
Yeah.
So that way. And another thing is cut meat in a horizontal, in a different angle. Whether you cut it in a round or horizontal, the way you want to present, how you want to present, just to make it look good. And cutting. Play with the text. Just try one way, and then if it doesn't work, try that another way.
Yeah.
You know, here we don't do that because our therapists already they play with those things.
Yeah.
They already create a beautiful way of presenting food and they give it to us. We are quite lucky. We don't really have to do much because they are doing all the hard work. All we need to do is follow them up, you know.
Yes.
So our bread is ready now, okay, and I'll put it on the there. It is hot. Make sure use the trunk or hot gloves on, and it won't burn really bad, but it is a little bit hot. Okay, so as we were saying before, color. And why we're not putting just with that? Because this one looks much better. This one looks good. Before we were finding that plain garlic bread. Now it is toasted and it looks definitely good.
Yeah.
Can you zoom that please? Just a little composer and yeah, it looks good. And even you can sprinkle some fresh parsley on top. You want to make it a bit more greenier,
Yeah.
and then looks much better. Okay. So this is the same product, but same garlic bread. If we cut in a half, it wouldn't look that good.
Yeah.
Also, it wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to create. You wouldn't be able to create in a different way and look in a good looking way. You know. So cutting. We just before we were talking about the cut. Cut makes a very different.
Yeah.
Matt's presentation to the restaurant team. Every restaurant they have got their own thing. So we have to make sure that's the plate, the logo plate. Why this hog's there? This is a hog. Where we get the protein from? This one.
Yeah.
That's why we put the protein there. Right? And this side we put other things. You know? So they have got their concept, they have got their thing. We need to hang on it. Because they made those things for a reason. Right? So another thing there. Choose the right plate. We already talked about that.
Yes.
Right? We already talked about that. Why didn't we use that in a bowl? Right? We can throw that in the bowl and then give it to them. They won't care, right? They will eat it. If someone is hungry, they will eat it.
But the main thing is presentation.
Main thing is presentation. Like same product, they're paying $14, $12, $10, whatever. If you give that in a bowl,
Yeah.
what is that? You know, it just doesn't make you feel good. And they are saying serve smaller portion size, but who's saying that? The reason they're saying that serve a smaller portion size is do not waste food. Go within that budget.
Yeah.
But we need to serve as our head office address us, as our head office gave us the menu. So we have to follow that. We can't cut that down because they have already set the standard, and then it is good for the person to serve, and it is good enough for them.
Yeah.
If someone can't eat it, probably they will ask half a garlic bread, not the full garlic bread.
Yes.
Huh? And use edible garnish and decoration, like as we talked before, the extra garnish that parsley.
Yeah.
It, like edible flowers. There are some flowers you can put the flowers on it to make it look good. And then another thing with the sauces as well. We have got some sauce here. We'll show you. This is the barbecue sauce. This is the tomato sauce there. This is the sweet chili sauce. We'll get the pie. Sometimes we drizzle sauce on the plate. What is the reason?
Just to look attractive.
look it good, look good, make it look good, right? Plain plate. When you put food on the plain plate, doesn't look that eye-catching.
Yeah.
Like when you put it on the table, oh wow,
Wow, yeah.
that's pretty good. Okay. And then when we put the food on top, also on top of the food, you can give a different color. If it's a black color food, maybe do the red or white.
It looks good like when you mash the colors.
Yes, yes. So make it look good. The garnish, all the garnish we use for the reason to look good.
Yeah.
Huh? So, and another thing, yeah, plateware, we done that, yeah. And another thing, let's have a look. And another thing, when in doubt, keep it simple.
Yeah.
If you doubt about anything,
Yeah.
you're not sure, oh, do I send this or not? Maybe saying, if you're not happy about it, if you're not happy, definitely customer not going to be happy. Okay? So make sure whether can you eat that? Can you go to the restaurant and pay same amount of money you're taking from them to get that food? You need to think about
Yeah.
yourself, putting customer as a you, right? And then you have to work for the company side as well. Of course, we here to make money, not for the donation,
Yeah.
giving too much or giving extra or those sort of things. But same amount, presenting in a good way makes it much better. Okay? And another thing is that express yourself, just to give someone your love. Like, oh, I want to be here. I want to do this. You know, I have an enthusiasm, but thanks to this place is giving me something, I have to give something to this place. You know, those sort of things. And so, what do you think about this? Is this effective? Is this thing like, oh yeah, it was in my head, but I wasn't using, or I was using, but now on I'm gonna use it even more.
Yes.
Does it makes you feel anything better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and even in the next session, you can stand back and then have a look what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And today's our target was the concept of the plateware, what we're using,
Yeah.
and the concept of how we make food looking good with your eyes. First time customer see, oh wow, that looks good. Even though when they eat, even though taste is not there, oh wow, that was really look good.
Yes.
You know, those sort of things. And any other question? So to make good, what is the main thing we have to do? Give a color, cut in a different size. Right? So the thing you will be carrying today from this session is how we cut, how we plate, how we present to the customer.
Yeah.
Okay? Cutting. When we think about, when we listen about saying someone, oh, can you please cut it in a different way? So that means there is something easy.
Yeah.
Right? Cutting it straight doesn't look good. Cut in an angle doesn't look good, you know. And as we said before, I'm gonna show you the. So we will use that later for the. Okay. Like we cut this in a angle way. I'm gonna cut this one in like that. Okay. It is a cut. It's a half, right? When we plate this one there, it will definitely look good. Now, probably this one, even going to fit in this one. Right. Look at that. Right. It's the same food, same product,
Just cut.
the cut made totally different
Yeah.
look. We give to the customer, which one you gonna choose first? Definitely that
Definitely
one,
this one, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's that's why. And same thing with the height. Why is the important making salad? We need to create the height. What is why?
Just to
Make it look
yeah.
good. Make it look good, right?
Yeah.
So, and they can see because salad bowls they are big. You can push it down. It doesn't matter. They will fill their tummy.
Yeah.
But when you present it,
Yeah.
it's not going to look good. So we pretty much close down to our session, and then I have got feedback form. So could you please write there your name? How did you feel about today's session?
Yeah.
And then carry on next few days. I will be following up you on how you work, and then after this session, whether you have got any changes or not. If you've got any question, please feel free to ask me. I'm here, and anytime. You don't have to worry about even random questions or thing, right? So if you ask, then I will know. And then of course I will know the seeing you working, whether you have got any changes or not. From there also I will see the changes, and then I will feel about those things. So this is our feedback form. I'll print it out another one,
Yeah.
and then all you would have to do is, was that requirement met? Was the training effective or not? And then if you want to give some written feedback, oh well it was good or it was bad, it need to improve in that way, those sort of things, please feel free to do that. And hopefully you enjoy it. And thank you
so
for your
much.
time. Thank you so much. And this is very valuable time because you're on a break and then you gave me the time. I'm really happy for it. Thank you so much. Okay? Thank you.